Hello everyone, welcome to the era. My name is Onokoya Oluwasegun Sheo. Today we want to talk about debt management. And before that, I would like to say thank you very much for subscribing to my channel and for watching each and every time I uploaded any video. So today with me is Mr. Agoro Olanrewaju. With me today we'll be discussing about the topic and I hope that you will enjoy it. So sir, please can you introduce yourself to the viewers once again?
Thank you very much. My name is Agoro Olanrewaju Elijah. I'm from Lagos State. I'm a child accountant and I work with the Lagos State government as a financial accountant.
Alright, thank you very much. Talking about debt, what is debt?
Yeah, let me start by saying that there is a biblical injunction that says, "Owe no man anything, but love one another. Okay. For he that loveth has fulfilled the law." That is Romans 13:8. Okay. So now going back to your question, debt, your inability to meet up with your financial obligations as they fall due makes you a debtor. In other words, you have borrowed from a particular party, and on the due date you are unable to pay back what you have borrowed, then you are a debtor.
Oh, all right. Is there types of debts, or what are the types of debts? If I can ask that.
Debt can be grouped generally into two.
Okay.
We have public debt and private debt. Public debt are those obligations that a country is owing to other countries of the world or to even people living in the country. Government can take loans internally or externally and they may not pay at a particular period. That amounts to debt. On the other hand, we call private debt. These are debts that private companies or even private individuals have borrowed from banks and other financial institutions and they could not pay under that time frame. That is called private debt.
Oh, so what are the causes of debt?
Debt can be caused by so many factors. Among them are when you have poor spending habits, you have an income base and you could not manage your resources within your reach, you might go into debt. Another rationale for debt is when you don't have a job. You have to meet up with your basic necessities of life, food, clothing, shelter, and you're out of job. So you need to go borrowing, and that makes you a debtor. To add to that again is that when you are working below capacity, you are underemployed. It means your income cannot meet your demands. You have to go out of your ways to borrow, and that makes you a debtor.
Oh, all right. What are the implications of debt?
Before going to implications, let me quickly mention other reasons that may make one a debtor.
Okay,
I need to emphasize that.
Which are the causes of?
Yeah, causes. I need to emphasize
right,
what we call chronic inflation.
Okay.
You are earning salary, and your salary is, for example, 10,000 naira.
Okay.
But when there's inflation in the land, it makes your 10,000 naira to worth 2,000. Inflation affects what your salary can buy. So you can buy limited goods only because of inflation. Yeah. Another reason again is when you have chronic medical challenge. Someone in your family took ill and it's very severe. Yeah. Your income base cannot support medical bills. You have to go into borrowing. Another reason again for debt is business failure. You are into a particular business and the economic climate is not conducive. Your business failed. If peradventure you have borrowed loan to finance the business, how do you pay back? That makes you a debtor.
Yeah, exactly.
Another reason again is expanding family size. Okay. Your income is not increasing, but you keep on having children over and above your income base.
Unable to control.
Yes. So in most cases, people don't take concept of family size. They're going to having children over and above their income base.
Without family planning.
They have to just go into borrowing to meet up their basic necessities. And that can make them to become a perpetual debtor. And I think I was talking about is bandwagon effect. Bandwagon. People tend to copycat. When you copy your colleagues, you copy your friends, your friend bought this one, I want to buy.
I want to be like Mr.
Follow tendency can make you a debtor. Again, I want to say that when you prioritize your wants over needs, your wants are unlimited, your needs are limited. So once you make wants to be ranked over and above need, you tend to buy those things you don't want, and you might end up selling them at a useless price. So needs are more important than want, but most people prioritize their want. When you go to any place, anything you see you buy, you might run into debt. Thank you very much.
Okay. As you have heard, Mr. Agoro already said, you don't privatize your wants over your needs. You know, people like you that you cannot, pass by that beautiful clothes without buying. So we are not saying you should not buy them. Buy them when you have enough. So it is better for you to save, for the future purpose, rather than you buying anything anyhow, things that you don't need. So always be conscious of going for what you need rather than for your wants. So just as I asked the other time, that what are the implications of debt?
I thank you very much. Once you are a debtor, it has several consequences. Among them is psychological trauma. You have borrowed money and the debt to pay back is approaching. It affects the psychology. Secondly, again, is that emotionally you won't be balanced. You have borrowed money and this is approaching, you cannot pay, emotionally you'll be affected. It affects your productivity. It can even lead to severe health conditions. I want to get that. Another implication is that it affects your credit rating. Once you borrow money from finance companies and you could not pay back on the due date, when you come again for loans, they will not grant you because there's what called Bureau of Credit, where they check your credit rating, how you pay credit and when due. So it affects your credit rating. You might come another time to get a more important loan and it won't be granted because you have failed to pay back the initial one. Another thing is that it affects relationship. I have borrowed money from you and I have promised you by month end I will pay back. On the due date I will not pay you. It affects friendship. Thank you very much.
Okay, and one of the implications which I know is it can cause debts, untimely debts.
Yes.
So we need to be very careful of running into debt.
Let me have to that. Once you have health challenges due to debt, you have cerebral trauma. You might even develop hypertension, and that can lead to sudden death because you could not pay back your loan after when due.
Yeah. Okay. The next question says that how can one avoid debt?
Debt is inevitable because you need to actually go into borrowings to do some things, but you can actually limit the rate of your borrowing. And the one is that you have to expand your income base. As salary earners, you cannot do without loan. You cannot be the half to salary. So you have to expand your income base. If a salary earner, your salary is fixed, what I don't think can you do additionally to fetch further income that will cushion the effect of the salary? The salary is fixed, but your needs, your expenses are not fixed. Therefore, you need to look for other things to do in addition to your salary that will fetch you income. You have to expand your income base.